Hi friends, welcome to classes by Lab Doctor. And in our kidney function test series of video, let us today study about the urea, serum urea or the blood urea nitrogen. So this blood urea nitrogen test, it measures the amount of urea nitrogen which is found in your blood. So urea nitrogen क्या है? एक वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट है जो आपका लिवर प्रोटीन को ब्रेक डाउन करने के बाद बनाता है. ये ब्लड से कैरी किया जाता है एंड इट इज फिल्टर्ड बाय आवर kidney and removed from our body with the help of a urine. So if your liver isn't healthy, it may not be able to break down the proteins the way it should be, and if your kidneys ठीक नहीं है तो they may not filter the urea properly and urea का level rise हो सकता है. जब भी हम किडनी फंक्शन टेस्ट में ये देखते हैं तो हम कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं यूरिया एंड क्रिएटिनिन के बारे में. क्रिएटिनिन आई हैव ऑलरेडी मेड अ वीडियो. इन दिस रिपोर्ट आल्सो यू कैन सी ब्लड यूरिया नाइट्रोजन एंड द यूरिया. So you can see urea, the units here and the normal range here around 15 to 45 and the blood urea nitrogen around 6 to 20. So why do doctors order this test? So one is to assess the renal function. A routine test है patient जो dialysis पे है उनको monitor करने के लिए. To assess the liver function also, because liver is the one which will make this urea. If a patient is a diabetic, he is having hypertension, then he might be prone for kidney problems. So in them we do this test. If there are kidney symptoms, for example, patient is having increased urgency to pass more of urine, if he is having joint or bone pain है, muscle cramps आ रहा है, fatigue हो रहा है, patient को dry and itchy skin है, बहुत ही puffy eyes हो गया है, swelling of the hand, feet, legs है, and doctor आपको suspect कर रहे हैं कि शायद ये kidney problem से हो सकता है, then doctor will order this urea test. So पहले let us understand what is this blood urea nitrogen. So BUN मतलब blood urea nitrogen. यहाँ पे nitrogen is an essential element of amino acid which are the building blocks of protein. So जो भी protein रहता है उसका building block क्या है? ये amino acid रहता है. So when we eat protein rich food, ये जो proteins रहेगा ये amino acid में break down हो जाएगा. And ये amino acid का what will be the fate of it? क्या होगा ये अमाइनो एसिड का? एक तो हम ये प्रोटीन को अमाइनो एसिड को यूज करके एनर्जी जनरेट कर सकते हैं, एंड सेकेंड वन इज this will be degraded in the liver. So whatever is required, it is used by the muscles, by the cells, etc. to generate energy, okay, and which is not required, that gets degraded in the liver and it is excreted in the form of urea. So now ये बन और यूरिया में क्या रिलेशन है? So you will see that this is urea molecule. So this urea molecule will have 2 nitrogen and this is a molecular weight of this urea, and there are 2 molecules of nitrogen I have told you. So the bun will be around 28 grams. So this will be the molecular weight. So अगर आपका blood urea 100 मिलीग्राम पर डेसीलीटर आता है तो उसका बन कितना होगा? आपको उसको 2.1 से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा. क्यों 2.1? बिकॉज देयर आर 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन हियर. सो आप 100 को 2.1 से डिवाइड करोगे, सो टेंटेटिवली कितना आएगा? इट विल कम अराउंड 47.6. सो दिस प्रोटीन्स कैन नॉट बी स्टोर्ड इन द बॉडी एंड द सरप्लस अमाउंट ऑफ दिस अमाइनो एसिड हैव्स टू बी यूटिलाइज्ड. सो आइदर इट गोज टू फॉर्म द एनर्जी और इट विल बी ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज नॉन प्रोटीन नाइट्रोजिनस कंपाउंड. हम उसको बोलते हैं NPN. तो ये नॉन प्रोटीन नाइट्रोजनस कंपाउंड्स कौन से है? यूरिया. यूरिया सबसे ज्यादा है, 45% ऑफ NPN यूरिया ही रहता है. उसके बाद में अमाइनो एसिड्स रहेगा, अमोनिया रहेगा, यहाँ पे क्रिएटिनिन रहेगा, क्रिएटिन, अमोनिया, ऑल दीज आर द नॉन प्रोटीन नाइट्रोजनस कंपाउंड्स which are formed by the breakdown of this protein metabolism. सो ये अमाइनो एसिड्स जो है, ये अमाइनो एसिड्स आर कन्वर्टेड टू अमोनिया, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर, एंड दे आल्सो जनरेट द एनर्जी। बिफोर ये अमोनिया एक टॉक्सिक लेवल को रीच हो जाए, दिस इज प्रिवेंटेड बाय कन्वर्टिंग दिस अमोनिया इनटू यूरिया from this ammonia. So while ammonia forms urea which is excreted in the urine, and the conversion of ammonia to urea will be taking place in the liver. So liver भी बहुत important रहता है ये जो toxic ammonia है उसको यूरिया कन्वर्ट करने के लिए. So अगर liver में problem है तो then the level of ammonia will increase and there will be no conversion of this ammonia into the waste product, which is very dangerous. So liver and kidney, that is why they play a very important role to remove the toxic waste from our body. सो आप यहाँ पे देखोगे ये यूरिया साइकिल है. यहाँ पे इन द लिवर व्हाट हैपेंस, दिस अमोनिया इज कन्वर्टेड टू यूरिया बाय दिस यूरिया cycle, and this urea will enter the bloodstream and some of it is excreted by the kidney. So what is this bun? It is nothing but the nitrogen part of urea. So bun measures the nitrogen part. There are two nitrogen parts. So this urea nitrogen is synthesized mainly in the liver and it is the end product of protein metabolism. See, this is the urea and urease will be able to split this urea into ammonia and carbon dioxide. So whenever this proteins are metabolized, I've told you they form this amino acid, and from here we get ammonia. Ammonia will be converted to urea by the liver and 90% is excreted through the kidneys, and minor fraction, small amount of urea is excreted by the GIT in your feces and from the skin. In severe uremia, when the serum urea level increases, there is increased excretion of this urea from the skin. So this is called as uremic frost. And whatever urea is there, it is almost around 80% which is removed from the kidneys. But 40% of it can be reabsorbed from the kidneys, and this becomes very important because this reabsorption what is there, it is required for us to maintain the concentration of the urine. ये creatinine में ऐसा नहीं होता है, creatinine कभी भी reabsorb नहीं होता है, but urea around 40% reabsorb हो सकता है, उसको हम बोलते हैं back diffusion. So this protein when it is undergoes proteolysis forms amino acid. From the amino acid it is used for the generation of energy, formation of the cell membrane, etc. And the extra amino acids are degraded to form ammonia, and in the liver it forms the urea. And this urea, what happens, I've told you 90% of it is excreted by the kidney and some amount is excreted through the intestine as well as the skin. And this urea 90% gets excreted. 40 to 70% can re-enter the plasma. That is called as back diffusion, which is required for the concentration of the urine. So this is where the back diffusion takes place, and that too with the help of an enzyme called as antidiuretic hormone. And ये back diffusion हमको चाहिए to concentrate the urine. So normal कितना रहता है bun and urea? So urea normal range would be around 20 to 40 milligram per deciliter, and bun will be almost the half of it. So blood urea nitrogen will be around 10 to 20 milligram per deciliter, but it varies in children, infants, in newborn, etc. But remember ये bun जो रहेगा ये almost half of urea रहेगा because of two nitrogen present in the urea molecules. So what are the causes of this increased bun or increased uremia or increased level of blood urea nitrogen? We divide this into pre-renal, renal and post-renal. So pre-renal means the conditions which will affect the blood flow to the kidney. For example, if there is reduced blood flow to the kidney, as can happen in case of shock or in dehydration or in case of severe blood loss or hemorrhage, less blood will go to the kidney and kidney function will be affected. Or there is increased protein catabolism. The amount of protein only which is going to the kidneys is high. For example, in case of burns, in case of crush injury, in case of fever, in case of hemorrhage, hemolysis, there is increased amount of protein which is reaching the kidney. Now coming to the renal causes, there might be some problem in the kidney itself, like it could be glomerulonephritis, renal cortical necrosis, some nephrotoxic medicines, malignant hypertension or pyelonephritis, arteriosclerosis, amyloidosis, diabetes mellitus, which leads to chronic renal failure. All this can also cause increased blood urea nitrogen. And the post-renal causes, wherein there is an obstruction, like obstruction by stone, obstruction by cancer, obstruction by inflammation, prostatic enlargement, etc., can cause obstruction and can lead to increased bun and urea in the serum. There are some cases which will cause decreased blood urea nitrogen or urea. For example, severe liver disease, liver is not able to form only urea, so that time the liver, because of this the urea might decrease. Malnutrition, there is no protein only, so if there is a very less protein in the diet, then also there can be less urea. If there is decreased absorption of the proteins, like in celiac diseases, in case of late pregnancy, what happens here? Increased utilization of protein for the synthesis, that time also the urea might go down. In infants, the requirement is high. In anabolic hormones, the utilization is high. That is why the protein or the level might go down and the urea level also might go down. If the patient is overhydrated, that time also the urea level will go down. All these are causes of low blood urea nitrogen. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.